Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Can't Tell Us Nothing show.
Yeah.
The sounds you're hearing are the sounds of Can't Tell Us Nothing. In Can't Tell Us Nothing, you'll find John.
What up? What up?
You'll find Tandy.
Yay!
You'll find Amici.
Yeah.
And I'm back, Antoine, and Can't Tell Us Nothing is an improv group out of Houston, Texas. The Can't Tell Us Nothing show is a show where we take opinions, discussions, topics, turn it into improv scenes right on the spot. We make it up. There'll be characters, there'll be plot, there'll be twists. It'll be a lot of fun. We do have a special guest. I know you see them right here on the screen, but I just wanted to say the last episode I was out, John took over hosting duties. Thank you, John, for that.
No problem.
Make sure you check out that episode to see how well he did. And also that special guest was pretty great. But that aside, I'd like to introduce our special guest who will help inspire scenes tonight. Laura Rice, creator of Full Body Frequency, arts curator, cultural administrator. Laura Rice, tell people what else you do and what Full Body Frequency is.
Sure. Thank you all for having me, first of all. I love what you all do, and I love your show. I think it's wonderful. I was cracking up in bed last weekend watching the show. So that said, again, I'm Laura Rice. I'm a native Chicagoan who's lived in New York most of my adult life, about 20 years. Love the East Coast, miss it. I am excited to be with you all because my show, Full Body Frequency, which is focused on plus size women, full figured women, if you will, and those who love us. We do art and culture, health and wellness, fashion and beauty, travel and love. And we've relaunched. I've been away for about 2 years, taking care of family stuff, graduate school actually as well. And I'm excited to be back. And we're on SoundCloud, iTunes, Stitcher, and next week, Spotify. So
yeah, I was actually looking on SoundCloud at some of the past episodes here just to give people a taste. The titles: Wedding Bliss, Men on Dating, Fit, Fat, and Fabulous, Spring Love. You guys pretty much cover the gamut here, it looks like.
We do.
Yeah.
And politics. I've had Brittany Cooper, who's a professor at Rutgers University and who's a guest on NBC quite frequently. Last time, I should say, the time that Trump, or he should not be named, won, he actually broke down a number of things, including why he won the Electoral College, why it exists, why it shouldn't exist, and dating. We talked about all of it. So,
only one episode.
All in one show. Black people, we do it all.
We do it all.
What inspired the show, or to make the show?
Well, I wasn't seeing a lot of images in the news or a lot of plus size people hosting shows. There were some magazines, and some of them are still around, but by and large, no pun intended, they're gone. And so I decided I wanted to hear a show that reflected my life, my lifestyle, the things that I'm interested in, fashion, again, beauty, health, all of it, travel. I love to travel, and love. I mean, I'm single. Mingling is my COVID.
The Electoral College. Put that on the dating profile.
That's right. Politics. I mean, all the things that anyone's interested in. Art. I'm interested in Black people and our creativity. I'm interested in, perspectives of global people, especially us. So I wasn't seeing all of that in one show. I love fresh air. I love revisionist history. I love the treatments out of KCRW. That's Elvis Mitchell, film critic. Love all of that stuff. But I need it in one place, one package, and I want to hear our voices. So that's what it's about.
That sounds so dope. So you're very multifaceted.
I hope so. I hope so.
So let me ask you this.
Sure.
If you are so well-rounded, no pun intended, if you're so you seem like a very interesting person. So my question is, did you choose to be single? Are you choosing to stay single? Are you just playing or mingling? You know, like can you elaborate a little bit more on your dating habits?
Sure. I've been proposed to twice. Turned down proposals twice.
Oh, why'd you do that?
Oh Lord, that's the
it.
crowd, man. That's the crowd. They from the dig. They gonna dig in.
Same person, different people.
They gonna dig in.
Two different people, two different guys. So I knew. Okay, let me just start off with child of divorce explains a lot. Explains a lot.
Yeah.
So when I dated, it's. I thought I should really follow my gut, which is if I can't introduce you to my family, I probably don't need to be dating you.
Mm-hmm.
And I broke the rule with these two people. So I knew upon proposal that if I attempted to even marry these people, we'd be divorced in like 2 years. So it just didn't make any sense.
Well, yeah, well, let's dig into it, like Tandy said. Without any personally identifiable information, right? Mm-hmm. What was it about these two gentlemen these two people that was not family worthy, in your opinion?
Okay, so the first one, I was really too young. He was older than I was.
How much?
Oh God, I was in my 20s. So he was probably almost 40.
Almost 40. And you were early 20s?
I was in my mid-20s.
Mid-20s.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So he was a little too old for me. And then he wanted me. He was very clear. He's Ghanaian. And he was very clear that he wanted me to fulfill some wifely duties that just culturally I wasn't interested in fulfilling, you know, as an African growing up in America, let's put it that way. So there were some things. I grew up where I was the only daughter of my parents and the only granddaughter of 6 grandkids. And every Thanksgiving, my cousins and my uncles would be in the den watching television. The women would be cooking and washing dishes. And I refused. I staged my own strikes every holiday. So
what would you be doing?
Bitching about how in chair watching TV and how we're in the kitchen. I just said, it's not right. It's just not right. It's just not right. And, you know, put it this way, I never had to do a dish, but I never got to watch what I wanted to on television during holidays. So it was a compromise as far as I was concerned. But the reality is, first guy, very traditional, wasn't me. You know, if you wanted a meal cooked every night, that wasn't going to happen. Because at the time, I really hate to say this, shameful, even though my family's from the South, I didn't cook. You know, I could barely boil water at the time. Now I can burn, but back then I couldn't. You know, and then dude number 2 is an investment banker.
Fine.
And that was great. That was great. It was wonderful. But when he said, the ring I give you is going to be really valuable. It's going to be very expensive. If anything happens, would you be willing to hawk it, you know, for our future? And I'm like, what kind of investment banking are you doing? You know, that I would have to hawk my ring. And then I said, no, I'm not interested in doing that. I said, first of all, why would you buy me a ring? I won't even tell you the value of the ring that he talked about because it's insane. I said, if we're going to be here, we're going to live in New York City. I said, first of all, I wouldn't feel comfortable driving around with a ring that valuable in an SUV or a car, much less taking a subway. So when people start saying things to you that sound just a little, you know, your red flags go off, you know, the antennas are just like, no. So I mean,
All right, let's do a scene on that. We cut to a couple eating in a restaurant. Michelita, these last few months with you have been magical. I gotta say,
I feel the same way. This has been maybe the best time of my life.
it is like perfect. I just want to lay something on you. I just want to lay something on you right now.
Okay.
The ring I get you. Oh, you wouldn't believe the price tag on it, right? I don't have it with me right now, but I just want to let you know that when I get it for you, it is going to blow you away.
Wait, are you proposing right now?
Well, hold on. I just gotta. There's a few terms and agreements here we got to get through.
Okay.
Before I possibly, put this ring on your finger, I need for you to know, or I need to know at least, that if anyone were to come asking about where you got the ring, you do not tell them, right? You do not say it came from me. You do not say what box it came in. You do not say where it might have come from. You just say you don't know how you got it. I need to know that you'll say that for our safety.
Okay, but won't people know because we're, engaged that I got the engagement ring from you?
I mean, it depends on how you phrase it, right? But don't put my name in it. Maybe you got it from someone else. Maybe you got it from that traditional dude you were dating before me, and whatever. But I just need to know that if I put this ring on your finger, that the ring and I will not come into comparison. Can you agree to that?
Okay, I have a question for you first. Are you on the run from the law? There's something going on here.
All these questions. Let's get back to the date. Back to the date. I just want to put that out there. Like I said, the ring is not in the building. Do not tell anyone it's in the building. It is not here. All right. It is in an undisclosed location. But yeah, so did you want to split the surf and turf, or
did you say it's in an undisclosed location? Have you purchased it? I'm sorry, I'm just curious about this ring because you kind of talked it up that it's this going to be this wonderful thing.
I talked it up because the ring is
changing our lives.
Amazing. It is an amazing ring, and it will change our life. It'll unite the two of us in a bond bounded by the law, but also protected by the law. You cannot testify against me once we are married. That is the law.
There's clearly something going on here that I should dig deeper into, I think.
You trust me.
You cut to after he drops him off at her apartment. Excuse me, ma'am. Hello. My name is Detective Jackson. This is my partner right here, Detective Smith.
What's going on?
We just witnessed you just got out of that S550 that just pulled off. Is that your vehicle, ma'am?
Obviously not, because somebody else was driving. But no, it wasn't my vehicle.
It could have been a driver. You could have owned the car and had a personal driver just parking around. This is a pretty busy city, man. I'm going to show you a couple of pictures. I want you to be very honest with me, all right?
Okay.
Have you seen this gentleman right here?
Have I seen him?
Yes, have you seen him? And I'm going to ask you to be very honest because me and my partner here have been following you for the last 48 hours.
48 hours.
Okay, I'm gonna be very honest with you. I've seen him. He's actually the love of my life. We're really close to being engaged. So if you have any questions, they need to ask me. Ask him now because very soon I will be able to answer them.
Well, technically, we don't have any, we don't have any charges or any proof or anything. We're just taking a little gander at some people, and there might be a little scuttlebutt going around the world that your boyfriend might be a jewel thief, but it's just an opinion.
He might be a jewel thief.
He might be, but if you hear anything or if he slips up or anything, here's my card, Detective Jackson. You can call that same number. Me and Smith share the same, cutback.
The same phone?
COVID cutbacks. Yep.
Okay.
We got one phone per all the detectives. Don't worry about that. You hear anything, call that number right there, and we will be here to help you out in any situation, or if you got any other information about any jewels that might pop up around you and your boyfriend, you know, just call us. All right.
Okay.
Do you want us to watch you walk in your house or anything? You need any help?
No, I mean, it's a safe neighborhood. I'm okay. I don't need 2 cops to watch me cross the street and walk into my, apartment or anything.
You said it was safe. Okay. No, well, nonetheless, all right, you believe what you want to believe. Me and my partner go head out and sit in the car. Remember, call me if you hear anything.
I will.
She goes inside, and as she unlocks the door and puts her purse down, a light comes on. So did you talk to him?
Did I talk to them?
Yeah.
Also, how did you get in here? How did you get in here? You don't have a key.
Questions. What are all the questions? I got in here because I love you. But first, I want to know.
That's how you got in here. You're a thief.
Hey. The only thing I've stolen is your heart. And that's only because you stole my breath. Okay. That's the only thing that has my fingerprints on it.
Okay. That's true. That's so sweet. That's the sweetest thing anyone's ever said to me.
And seen.
Oh my. Well, let me clear something up. There was never any arrest. There was never a splitting of tabs. We never went Dutch. There's no stalking, and there was no surprise visits in my apartment. Put that all up.